part 2 of our review of Soul Calibur IV. Lots of different options here: single player mode, versus mode, PlayStation Network, or Xbox Live if you have the 360 version of this game. And my favorite part of the game is the character creation, because that takes this fighting game and essentially turns it into the video game version of Weird Science, where you can create any girl that you want in the computer. She comes to life, and then you can take her to a party, hijinks and mayhem ensue, and then at the end, everybody has a laugh and learns a real important life lesson. The Weird Science feature in this game is pretty exciting because you can create a character from scratch, or you can pick one of the existing Soul Calibur characters and modify them. I'll start here by creating a character from scratch. You can pick a male or a female and pick a certain fighting style. The modifications are pretty extensive. You can change their faces, you can change the hair, you can change their build and physique, and also inject helium into their lungs and change the pitch of their voice.
You weren't there. I have bet my life on this. Strength does not all matter. Atone for your sins.
Strength does matter.
I like that you could go way beyond that and completely change their skin and their hair, and essentially end up making them look like one of the X-Men. They did a great job with the character customization in the game. If you're worried about color coordination and how you appear during the fight, you can independently change the color of every article of clothing and armor and face mask. If you have blue skin, you don't want to be going into battle with pink armor. That's just common sense. Green armor works much better.
I shall take in. Now, kneel before me. I shall.
It's only a matter of time until you can actually change what they say.
Your fighting style is so whack, you could call it whacktastic.
Kneel before me.
That's my character. I named him Wind Squid Fu, modeled after Jim Kelly from Enter the Dragon, of course, except with blue skin and armor.
Man, you come straight out of a motherfucking comic book.
Lots of different weapon options. As you progress through the game, you can buy different weapons and different outfits. I outfitted this girl with a ladle and the lid of a pot.
Die!
As if the game wasn't blatantly sexist enough, yes, you can outfit your half-naked fighting women with kitchen utensils. Get her out of the kitchen and into the fighting ring. Use that blender as a weapon. You see, the great thing about this is after she's finished kicking the crap out of this guy, she can go home and make a nice hot pot of soup. The storyline mode of the game is interesting, and I've not followed these Soul Calibur games very closely, so I have no idea what it's all about. You fight your way through the story mode with each of the characters, and even the characters that you create from scratch, and Darth Vader, end up having their own little ending sequences. And that's one of the ways that you win money in the game and can buy new weapon upgrades and new capes and pantyhose and... Who gets to write the dialogue in this game? Let's listen to some of this.
The bonfire reflects in the warriors' shining blades and their determined eyes.
You have entered the realm of the evil sword. Leave at once. Silence! Fear he who wields the holy sword!
I think I figured out how they do it. They have a list of 7 words, and they just mix and match them. Those words are honor, glory, sword, truth, destiny, powerful, and cursed. And I'll buy a verb for the last one, fight. Fight for the honored, cursed sword. Glory for the truth of destiny can only be found by fighting. You see, there's any number of mix and match combos you can have with those words to make your own Soul Calibur IV dialogue.
This is your end.
Battle 1. Fight!
As I mentioned in part 1 of the review, I'm not a huge fan of memorizing all the combinations in fighting games. Soul Calibur IV gives you a nice training mode where you can see what all the combos are for each character, and then the computer will also do them for you so you can see how it actually works in battle. I was impressed with the variety of characters in the game, and I really liked the use of the edged weapons. I thought that the swords and the staffs and the hammers and all that stuff worked out really well in this game. The sounds and graphics are fantastic, and overall, for this style of fighting game, I was impressed.
KO! Battle 2. Fight!
Pointless.
I sense that some people out there feel that the Soul Calibur series is fairly overrated. I can't really speak to that. The other game I've played that's very similar to this recently is Virtua Fighter 5. And I feel that Soul Calibur 4 gives you more options in character development and character choices. There's a lot more characters.
I'm not going to lose here.
What you're watching here is me fighting my way through the arcade mode as I barely pulled off that win.
The great king awakens after thousands of years with true power in his hands.
Sorry, but this fight is mine.
Do not expect any mercy from me.
Battle 1. Fight!
The powerful, cursed bonfire of destiny glows with the truth and honor of the sword. See, she looks like she could easily fit right into Cobra. That's why I liked her character. Actually, I like her fighting style too. The staff was a nice weapon. She has this great move where she stabs people in the face from 20 feet away. It was the destiny of my cursed honor to have the sword of glory deliver a powerful message of truth. I was defeated with a combination of destiny, honor, glory, truth, and power. Also, there was a cursed sword used in the fight against me. Bets are being taken now. Do I win this last battle? Keep in mind, I do control the editing of the episode.
Victory belongs to the last one standing.
Where are you going?
You win.
Okay, who's next?
Hey, she pulled it off. Actually, it only took me about 2 tries to beat that guy, I think. The one before that, the apprentice, he was tough. That took numerous tries to get through him. You guys can laugh, I may suck at Soul Calibur 4, but I will kick your ass at Ms. Pac-Man. In addition to changing and adjusting the aesthetic details of your characters, you can also give them different skill settings. You see in the bottom right, there's various numbers that you can change by adding different weapons or clothing options. So there's practically an unlimited variety of different weapons and skills and clothing and modifications that you can give to your characters and have them fight all over the world through the online gameplay. And if this all sounds exciting to you, then you should certainly be interested in picking up Soul Calibur 4.
Bet your soul on your blade.
Fight like
Looks like we have to settle.
Stage start.
Let's talk about the backgrounds. They've done a nice job in this game with creating interesting and lively backgrounds that have lots of things moving, three-dimensional elements, nice colors. The graphics in the game are excellent. You can play it in high definition, of course. I like the pirate ship. I like the Star Wars background. It would have been nice to create some more advanced character creation where you wouldn't just start with a human form. You could actually start with anything. You could create a lobster with a giant afro who fights with toothpicks. Maybe a cyborg werewolf who throws frozen TV dinners at his opponents. I think one of the first things I'd have done is create a giant squid that flies through space and has a rocket strapped to his back and shoots salmon out of beer cans. I can't believe they wouldn't have added that as a default option in this game. Here's another character I made. I called this guy Shinobi. I feel like I've only scratched the surface of Soul Calibur IV by the time I completed this review. When video games reward you by giving you unlockable items or things to buy and lots of cool character modifications, they give you more of a reason to actually purchase the game and spend some time with it. Soul Calibur IV has done a nice job with that.
The winner is determined by strength.
I don't think I'd ever get bored of creating purple guys with giant afros and hammers called Wind Squid Foo.
Die. The choice is yours.
Curse your fate for running into me.
The earlier character I developed who looked like one of the ninja assassins from the X-Men, I named her Galaxiana in honor of Galaxian.
Ring out!
Ha ha ha! My cursed destiny is to wield the sword of powerful truth. Man, after all that fighting, I'm hungry. I could eat the ham sandwich of honor by the bonfire that gleams in the atonement of the sins from warriors of eons past who have failed to fight with the sword of fate. I think I'll put a couple of slices of Swiss cheese on that sandwich.